A Daily Beast investigation found that House lawmakers are on track to take 35% more trips this year than last. And the Senate is picking up the pace, too, spending $1.2 million on trips in just the first 3 months of the year. Laura Colarusso is a reporter for the Daily Beast. Hey, Laura, good to see you. What's going on? What's behind this increase?
Well, congressional travel tends to go up in non-election years anyways because members aren't going back to their districts as often to campaign, so it tends to go up anyways. But this year it seems to be up a little bit more even beyond pre-recession levels. So lawmakers are taking their trips and they're enjoying them.
And in fact, not all of these trips are even paid for by us, taxpayers, but a lot of them are paid for by corporations, right?
That's true. Well, not so much corporations, more think tanks and
private
academia,
groups.
But private groups, yes.
And when they take these trips, supposedly they're there for learning things. For example, I think there were 6 lawmakers who visited an offshore oil rig in the Gulf of Mexico, meeting with oil execs, and you would think that in the aftermath of the BP oil spill, that would make sense. As you looked at these, did the travel make sense?
Right. Well, clearly some trips are important, and I don't think anybody would begrudge lawmakers who are going to Iraq or Afghanistan for fact-finding missions. But that particular trip to Louisiana was after the House had passed several bills on offshore drilling anyways, so you have to kind of wonder what the purpose was of going down there. They'd already done their work, they'd already done their fact-finding, so it was all after the fact. There are other trips like... I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was going to say, so the timing was interesting.
The timing was very interesting, and then you also have to wonder why lawmakers have to go to Puerto Rico in February to discuss energy policy. Some of these things they don't quite track as being that important when compared to other trips where lawmakers are going around the world to do things like visit troops in Iraq and Afghanistan.
Yeah, wouldn't we all like to go to Puerto Rico in February, especially if you happen to live on the East Coast? How do these things happen? Yes. I mean, is there congressional oversight, and is there some sort of, I don't know, office, or do they have to get approval to take these kinds of trips? How do they happen?
They do. The Congressional Ethics Office oversees these trips, and before they go, lawmakers have to give their itinerary and estimated costs, and then the Ethics Committee decides whether or not the travel is kosher. But I haven't seen much where the Ethics Office has, in fact, said, no, you can't go. So it's almost a rubber stamp in a lot of ways.
Laura Colarusso from the Daily Beast. Interesting article. People can find it online. Thanks so much for being with us.